2023 season heads to its halfway mark with race 2 of the Prosecco DOC UK round, and it's a flying start from Jonathan Ray to put the cat among the pigeons. Bautista, though, accelerates alongside Razgatlioglu in towards turn 1, and Ray finds himself bogging down and having to work hard just to remain in front of Andrea Locatelli. Fast start from Locatelli, Lowe's under pressure from the pack behind, but looks to have fended them off for now, at least in 6th position as they flash through for the first time in towards the old hairpin. Razgatlioglu leads from Bautista as Axel Bassani comes down the inside of Alex Lowe's. The door was open and Lowe's has been punished for it. Bassani up into 6th place then. We know he likes an early charge, but Lowe's looking vulnerable now to Scott Redding as Bassani's next challenge will be another independent rider in the shape of Danilo Petrucci. Your leaders then, Razgatlioglu, Bautista and Ray in the podium positions, Locatelli, Petrucci and Bassani your main mover.
Yeah, further down the order, Rinaldi.
Oh, big moment there for Danilo Petrucci, almost comes off the bike.
And a huge crash in the background. There's a big incident in the background as well. Rinaldi's one of them.
3 riders down. I think Philip Ertl off the circuit as well. Pretty sure that Michael Ruben Rinaldi, I think Tom Sykes might have been involved in that as well.
Baz as well, it looks like, and that's Tom that's just laying on the ground, so we'll wait and see if we'll have a red flag for that. But at the front of the field, Toprak's done what he needed to do. He's opened up 0.6 of a second.
And we have got a red flag, and I don't think that's any surprise. 3 riders crashing out, 2 further riders involved, and a red flag. The race will be neutralised. We'll be back to where we started.
Yeah, it looked like it was Rinaldi had a big high side on the exit of Coppice, and we didn't catch what else had happened, but all the other riders straight back into the pits. Hopefully Sykes okay after that one.
Yeah, fingers crossed that all the riders are okay. Obviously, after that spill on the opening lap, my eye was taken by Danilo Petrucci's massive moment. He was out of the seat, almost had a high side himself, and it looked as though he was going to be passed by Axel Bassani for 5th position. And then obviously there was even bigger drama behind, and it was a rocket launched type incident. So fingers crossed that the medics are straight on scene. And obviously, we can only, at this stage, just hope that everyone is okay.
Yeah, good to see that Tom's up on his knees now, and just taking his helmet off. Loris Baz there walking through as well, and then it's Rinaldi getting the support there from the medical staff and the marshals.
Now, obviously, we know what this kind of situation entails, but it is a full restart. We're a total reset here, so the riders who are fit to take their places can do so.
Have a look at the left-hand side of the shot. Yeah, it was Tom Sykes, and then Baz has nowhere to go, and he runs into Rinaldi, and then Philip Ertl has to take a little bit of avoiding action there. It's just
Ertl does well.
Ertl does well, but it's one of those situations where when Tom has that big crash, there's not really anywhere you can go, and everyone can just sort of come together in that sort of an instant, and it's very unfortunate there for Rinaldi. He's on the outside, and then you kind of just get drawn in towards the accident.
All of the riders confirmed as being conscious. Obviously, it was absolutely the right decision to stop the race, because you weren't going to be able to get medics to do their job like they've had to do there with a race continuing. For the second time of asking, race 2 of the 2023 Prosecco DOC UK round gets underway. Once again, a good reaction time from Jonathan Ray, but not quite as fast a start as in the initial running. Bautista has got away better than first time of asking, and Razgatlioglu's been relegated back to 2nd place. Flying start there from Garrett Gerloff. He surges his way up into 5th, already ahead of Alex Lowe. So stunning start that from Garrett Gerloff as they make their way towards the old hairpin then. Jonathan Ray charging through from 3rd to 1st. He's overcooked it. Bautista comes back through on him, but Jonathan Ray has leapfrogged Toprak Razgatlioglu. So it's now Pata Yamaha's in 3 and 4. Let's see if Ray can go after Bautista, the early race leader.
Yeah, Razgatlioglu needs to get after Jonathan Ray, though, because we've seen all the way through this weekend. It's Toprak that's got a lot more potential than that Kawasaki.
Well, Ray defending to the inside line as they come now through Coppice, and it's off here that Bautista might try to stretch his legs, hoping that Razgatlioglu won't be close to him in the braking zone. Toprak might want to get it done into the Fogarty S's, but he's more than likely to have to wait until the Melbourne Loop. Lap number 1 then. Plenty of change in those top 3 places. Your pole sitter relegated down into 3rd position, but he's going to come back here at Jonathan Ray into the Melbourne hairpin, and that's why Ray has to go defensive, but he's going to go deep. Razgatlioglu squares it up to the inside line and is through for 2nd place.
That was set up through the Foggy S's. Toprak able to capitalise on it into the Melbourne Loop.
And now Razgatlioglu will go after Alvaro Bautista. We know on the first 2-3 laps it takes him a little bit longer to get his tyres up to temperature than some of the other riders. Razgatlioglu must capitalise on it before Bautista escapes away. It's all about the head-to-head between our two race winners at Donington Park this weekend thus far. Toprak Razgatlioglu's been making moves all weekend long into the Melbourne hairpin. There's another one, and Bautista gets caught out by it, and Jonathan Ray says thank you very much and comes through for second place. Your new order at the end of lap 2. Razgatlioglu leads Ray and Bautista.
Yeah, Toprak had no right coming through at that stage. He makes a very late move from a fair distance behind, but for Alvaro Bautista has to stand the bike up. Ray comes through as well, and then he gets under a bit of pressure from Locatelli.
Oh, Bautista is in really hot. He thought he had an opportunity to get down the inside of Jonathan Ray there. The door closed and Bautista goes straight on. And that is going to give Jonathan Ray a little bit of breathing room. 0.4 of a second Bautista has lost there.
It's going to give Locatelli a bit of heart as well to see a mistake there from Bautista. Can you go with him and try and attack? You're a third of the way through the race at this point.
Well, it's not the first small error that Bautista has made, but thankfully for him, he's got enough pace to immediately close back in on the two race leaders. See if Ray and Razgatlioglu are going to go at it again here into the Melbourne Loop. Jonathan Ray still can't outbrake Razgatlioglu, and who can? Here comes Alvaro Bautista in a straight line down the inside into the Fogarty S's. He's not quite close enough, but Alex Lowe's is. And Lowe's comes bundling down the inside of Locatelli. So a couple of passes in just a few laps from Alex Lowe's, released into P4.
Bautista in hot again into the old hairpin once again.
So Bautista wide again going into the old hairpin. And he's dropped back from your two race leaders. So again, Bautista's going to have to make up that ground. Here goes Bautista, Alvaro Bautista to make the pass on Jonathan Ray on lap 10. He's got it done into the Fogarty S's. We know that Bautista's got the speed down the Dunlop straight. And finally, as we head towards half race distance, he's been able to use it. New fastest lap of the race from Alvaro Bautista on lap 11. He was almost alongside Toprak at the start of lap 12. Razgatlioglu fends him off for the moment at least. It's the longest that anyone has led Bautista this weekend. Toprak beat him over 10 laps in the Superpole race. I don't think he can hold him for 22. Bautista's got speed everywhere down the straights, cornering speed. You saw him coming off Goddard's, looked like he was tripping over Razgatlioglu, and now into Redgate, takes him just 550 metres down the Wheatcroft straight to make the pass. He didn't get it done down the Dunlop straight, the next main straight of the circuit. Bautista is through to lead.
Toprak's got no choice, he's going to have to just shove it down the inside into turn 4, the old hairpin at the bottom of the hill.
So Razgatlioglu might try to make a lunge here, and he does so. Side by side between them, we ride on board with Razgatlioglu as he hits the front again, but Bautista surely will answer back next time they come round the Dunlop straight.
He's going to answer straight back on the exit of Coppice, but for Toprak, he's doing all he can. That's all that you can do whenever you're trying to attack Bautista. You can't let him get in front, because once he can pick his lines, he can dictate terms.
Razgatlioglu was wide through McLean's. Bautista struggling to get the bike in then through Coppice, but he's going to have a good exit, just as he did a lap ago. Last time Razgatlioglu was strong enough on the brakes into the Fogarty S's to hold sway. He is again on lap 13. On lap 14, again a surge of speed from Bautista in towards turn 1. Toprak even thought about answering straight back into Redgate, but couldn't do so. Now we'll see if Razgatlioglu can repeat his move into the old hairpin.
He's going to have to, because if Bautista can get himself onto that back straight ahead, you're not going to see which way he goes. So Toprak needs to do exactly what he did last time around. Bautista needs to defend against it. He has defended against it.
Bautista defends to the inside line, this time into the old hairpin, so Razgatlioglu needs to find a way through.
Good move by Scott Redding down the inside and Locatelli. Locatelli doesn't have the pace the last few laps.
No, Locatelli's gone hard in the early laps, but he's got nothing left underneath him. Yamaha runners have been complaining about struggling for rear grip throughout this weekend, and that's only going to cost Locatelli in the latter stages. Redding's in a little bit hot there, but Locatelli still can't gather it up. This is Petrucci's best opportunity so far, coming down the Dunlop straight on lap 17, over the crest and down the inside of Alex Lowes. He'll try to get it stopped into the Fogarty S's. Perfection from the Barney Ducati. He's up into 4th place, where he finished in race 1, and just as in race 1, he's got to chase down Jonathan Rea in the remainder of this 22-lap distance. Scott Redding with 2 top 10 finishes already this weekend, but the race at the moment is for Barney Ducati to try and get their first podium since 2018. They're absolutely nose to tail, and Petrucci through on Jonathan Rea. Petrucci is through on Jonathan Rea for 3rd position, and the KRT men have both been picked off by the number 9, Danilo Petrucci, with an opportunity and a shot here at a first podium in WorldSBK. He moves into those provisional podium positions. Jonathan Rea will try to come back at him, but Petrucci, we know, has had the pace down the Dunlop straight. Scott Redding has now got through on his teammate Alex Lowes. Redding up into 5th position. Remember, had a podium finish here at Donington Park last season, had 3 rounds in a row where he was able to get it up onto the podium. This is looking like being his best performance in WorldSBK in 2023. It looks as though Redding now is more interested in chasing down Jonathan Rea in front of him.
This is the stage of the race where the Kawasaki's did start to struggle yesterday. Lowes losing a lot of pace in the closing stages. Redding now attacking again into the Melbourne Loop.
Jonathan Rea is at a severe disadvantage quite clearly at this stage of the race compared to Scott Redding, who comes through in straightforward fashion. He made an easy pass on Alex Lowes into the Melbourne hairpin. He's now done it to Jonathan Rea. Rea relegated outside of the podium positions, and his wait for a first round with 3 podiums out of 3 is going to continue in 2023. He's pushed back down to 5th place.
New personal best lap of the race for Danilo Petrucci. He's going to need that as well, because Scott Redding's through into that 4th position and trying to close up on him. The gap is 0.8 of a second. You've got 3 laps now for Petrucci to hold on for his first podium in WorldSBK.
To me, the next fight is going to be Alex Lowes fending off Andrea Locatelli and Axel Bassani. Jonathan Rea has got other ideas. He wants to go back after Scott Redding, but Locatelli probably costing himself time here, trying to hold back Bassani. Bassani goes for a lunge. Ho, 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 but you don't see too many passes through there. Bassani tried to get down the inside of Andrea Locatelli. Locatelli obviously has responded. Those are your 2 closest men on the track at the moment for 7th and 8th positions.
It's cost them a few bike lengths to Alex Lowes, though. 2.5 laps to go. Locatelli and Bassani, if they fight with each other, they mightn't be able to pick off a top 6 spot.
Well, they've got an opportunity to pass both Rea and Lowes, given the pace that they were on before they started really scrapping with one another. But we know the character of Axel Bassani. He fights for every inch on the circuit and every opportunity. This is Jonathan Rea versus Scott Redding. 4th position this is for, and Rea has got the gap back down to just 1/10 of a second.
He had a great run through the change direction there at the Melbourne Loop, through the Foggy S's, so that's what sets him up to be a bit closer to Redding into the loop. 2 laps to go. Rea suddenly found a little bit of something there. The reason for that is there's someone to overtake in front of him.
Less than a bike length between the 2 of them as they make their way through Coppice. Scott Redding ahead of Jonathan Rea for 4th position. Rea has been passed by Petrucci and Redding, but is never willing to give in. He's going to send it from way back into the Fogarty S's, moves Redding out of the way. Now Redding's going to have the cutback. He'll have the advantage down the hill towards the Melbourne hairpin. It's a drag race in towards turn 11. Rea sweeps across the path of Redding. Redding will not be denied. He lunges back through, and that enables Alex Lowes, Andrea Locatelli, Axel Bassani all to close up as well. This is now a multi-rider race for 4th position. Lowes covering off 2 riders here into the Fogarty S's. 4 braking zones at the end of the lap to try and make the pass. That's 2 of them survived for Scott Redding. Rea did not get a good exit there from the Fogarty S's. Redding with the advantage then coming into the final 2 turns. Alvaro Bautista, meanwhile, is 9 seconds up the road of that fight for 4th position, making his way off the final turn. For the first time, Alvaro Bautista takes 3 podiums in a single weekend here at Donington Park and maintains his run of victories in feature-length races in 2023. Danilo Petrucci crosses the line, his first WorldSBK podium,